center has an escalator going up and going down. The kids think that's a really big treat because here in small town Alabama, you just don't see an escalator very much unless you go to the big cities. And our big cities to most people would not be considered big cities.
So now we are at it's like somebody built a miniature scale of Gadsden.
It's a miniature scale of Gadsden. I don't know if you can hear them or not.
And there are
Okay, so upstairs in the Cultural Arts Center here in Gadsden, Alabama, we have this huge model railroad. It goes across the whole length of the building here. And it kind of tells the story of Gadsden. Some of this is like the old-timey story and some of it's newer. Like there's Goodyear over there in the corner. And Goodyear is one of the staples in Gadsden. It's where a lot of people work. It's one of the biggest industries in Gadsden. The other one is in Ohio, but it's kind of a big deal here in our little town. And then you've got, you can't see it good, the Goodyear plant there, which has been built onto over the years. But here, it's kind of, the railroad brings things in and out to Goodyear. And
this is a bridge, an actual bridge in Gadsden. It goes across the river that we have.
it's the Coosa River.
Yeah, the Coosa River. And we also have 2 more bridges that go across this. One that you drive cars over, and another that's like a walking bridge. And then you have here a statue in Samson. There's a highway on both sides.
So Emma Sampson lived here in Gadsden, and when the Northern soldiers were chasing the Confederates, they came to the river, and they didn't know what they were going to do because the Northern soldiers had them cornered, and they didn't have anywhere to go. And Emma runs out and tells them, I know where we can cross the river, where it's shallow and we can just walk across. And so she took them to the spot where she crossed the river, and she jumped up on the general's horse, and as they crossed the river, the Northerners shot at her. And when they shot, they hit her, but she had on so many petticoats underneath her skirt that when they shot, the bullet went into her petticoat and did not hurt her, and the Confederate soldiers got away because she led them across the river there. And she is very famous here in Gadsden.
These are some buildings.
We have a little Broad Street, which Broad Street comes down to the Emma Sampson statue right before it crosses the bridge. And this is not really what Broad Street looks like, but it's kind of a depiction of what our little town looks like.
And if you go down, this is a church.
That is a church.
This is the church. And then we
There's
have
Hagedorn's shoe store, which was here for many, many, many years. The Hagedorns have lived here many years.
And here is.
we go down, and this is a theater.
And there's a guy laying down.
This is the theater and that we have. They
It's
don't
not called the
play,
Princess Theater anymore. It's called the Ritz Theater.
but now instead of playing movies or shows in it, they put like
Plays
concerts
and
and plays and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then we have some of these. There's a cafe.
Yeah, we have a little
Grocery
cafe
store.
here called The Choice, which is really good. And
There's
it's
the
here on
train
Broad
I
Street.
turned on.
There's the train going through town.
There's a train. And then this.
The man who owned Alabama Power originally had a little house right off of Broad Street, and it looked kind of like this. And now it's like an alumni home or something like that. But it's some really, really pretty houses in our historic district.
This is a bus stop.
It's the bus stop. Our bus stop is not near Broad Street, but I think they were just trying to, depict our little town in this setting here.
It's a Greyhound bus.
And
Got a
there's,
handle on it, bus. And then this is a terminal hotel.
I don't know what Terminal Hotel is. We'll have to look up some history on that.
I don't think it's still here. Is it?
I don't think so.
And then these are some houses. This is says Union Hall.
Union Hall. So over in Alabama City, which is a part of Gadsden, there is Union Hall where all of the iron workers, steel workers, Goodyear folks had their unions set, and that's kind of a big deal here in our area. The steel plant went completely out of business, and Goodyear shut down to get rid of all of the union. But then when they opened back up, you know, they said they went out of business. When they opened back up, they hired people at lower wages, but at the same time the union came right back in, so they're right back where they started with the unions.
And this is
It's like a little general store.
yeah.
Okay, and then
Coke
we've got
place out in front.
the steel plant here, which, like I said, it finally just closed down. They were paying people really high wages, and the union was involved. And the union, which is an absolutely great thing, just kind of got the best of the steel workers, and to prove them, they just shut it down, which probably was not the best decision for our town. But when they shut down the steel plant, everybody thought they would open right back up, just like they did with Goodyear, and they did not. They went completely out of business. And there's the Mill Village over there at Camp Seibert, which is in Attala, Alabama. Camp Seibert is. And now I work at a school, which Camp Seibert is right there, and right there where you see that thing sticking up is where my school is now.
That is American Bakeries. And is American Bakery still here? It's not.
I think so.
Okay, I didn't know.
There's Kiss the Valley train line.
This is Doyle's Grill. It's an old restaurant.
An old restaurant. Who knows if it's there or not?
I don't know. Might be.
There's steel plant.
There's
Right over
the
there.
steel plant and all of that. And the trains that come around here. See that one over there is coming back.
And the trains pick up all of the coal and supplies from the steel plant and would take them around. They still do that for all of our wood industry here, all of our loggers.
This says Republic Steel, and it's
Republic Steel. Yep.
They did a good job when they were painting it, because they actually painted it till it rusted.
It looks just like the original, yep. And so that's what our steel plant used to look like, and it would be up and running. A lot of this stuff's still here, like the stacks and things, but that's all. It's just an empty field, and we might ride by there just so we can get that on video.
And we have some of this. That little
a tire store.
that little army truck over there looks like it might be going to the summer camp.
Yeah, and Camp Seibert was over there. Like I said before, that is actually a community now, Camp Seibert community, and they have just little houses all throughout there, like subdivisions, and there's little school. I mean, it's little by standards of the United States, but not by standards of Alabama. We're a pretty big school in Alabama. But we have a school right there next to the end of Camp Seibert. And this is the long view. It's really, really cool. When the circus used to come to town in Gadsden, they would set up tents and things just like the old-timey big tops, and this is kind of a model depiction of what the circus looked like when it came to town.
And here, this one has a clear roof where you can see in it, but it's kind of like a museum-ish thing. It's like it has a skeleton of a dinosaur and like a statue of a dinosaur in it, and there's people in there looking.
I'm going there.